Step back to 1975. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest wasn't just a hit, it was a cinematic milestone. With Jack Nicholson's rebellious McMurphy clashing against Louise Fletcher's chilling Nurse Ratched, the film not only delivered one of the most unforgettable rivalries in movie history, but also earned 5 Academy Awards, including Best Picture. Nearly 5 decades later, its impact still lingers. But what became of the cast who brought this masterpiece to life? Let's take a look at where they are today, in 2025. Jack Nicholson as R.P. McMurphy. Jack Nicholson was born on April 22, 1937, in Neptune City, New Jersey. At 38, he brought R.P. McMurphy to life in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, 1975, playing a rebellious, charismatic figure who defies the oppressive control of a psychiatric hospital with relentless energy. This role not only showcased his natural, magnetic acting style, but also earned him the Academy Award for Best Actor, marking a major turning point in his career. Nicholson went on to solidify his legendary status with The Shining, 1980, where he portrayed Jack Torrance's descent into madness, and As Good as It Gets, 1997, a performance that won him his second Oscar. Jack Nicholson's personal life has been just as colorful and dramatic as his on-screen roles. He had a long and turbulent relationship with actress Anjelica Huston from the 1970s until 1989, though they never married. He is the father of 6 children from multiple relationships, including his daughter Lorraine with model Rebecca Broussard, an affair that stirred controversy while he was still involved with Huston. Known for his extravagant Hollywood lifestyle, lavish parties, and close friendships with icons like Roman Polanski, Nicholson became a fixture of the industry. By 2025, at 88 years old, he has embraced a quiet life in Los Angeles after stepping away from the screen following How Do You Know, 2010. Louise Fletcher as Nurse Ratched. Louise Fletcher was born on July 22, 1934, in Birmingham, Alabama. At 41, she took on the role of Nurse Ratched in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, 1975, portraying the cold, authoritative nurse who runs the psychiatric ward with calculated cruelty. Her performance turned Nurse Ratched into one of cinema's most infamous figures of oppression and earned Fletcher the Academy Award for Best Actress, an extraordinary achievement for someone whose career had started relatively late. She continued to leave her mark in films like Exorcist II, The Heretic, 1977, where she explored the horror genre, and Flowers in the Attic, 1887, a chilling performance that further showcased her range. She also appeared in Star Trek Deep Space Nine, proving her versatility across film and television. Louise Fletcher's personal life was a testament to resilience and determination. She married producer Jerry Bick in 1959, and they had 2 sons before divorcing in 1977 after nearly 2 decades together. Later in life, she faced a prolonged battle with breast cancer, which gradually weakened her health. Louise Fletcher passed away on September 23, 2022, at the age of 88, at her home in Monderos, France. Danny DeVito as Martini. Danny DeVito was born on November 17, 1944, in Neptune City, New Jersey. At 31, he played Martini in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, 1975, a naive yet endearing patient who provided moments of levity amid the tense atmosphere of the psychiatric ward. This role set the stage for a thriving career, leading to his Emmy-winning performance as Louis De Palma in Taxi, 1978 to 1983, and his unforgettable portrayal of the Penguin in Batman Returns, 1992, a villain both menacing and tragic. He also shined in Twins, 1988, alongside Arnold Schwarzenegger, directed and starred in Matilda, 1996, and became a fan favorite in It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, a series he has been part of since 2006. Beyond his career, Danny DeVito's personal life has seen its share of ups and downs. He married actress Rhea Perlman in 1982, and they had 3 children, Lucy, Grace, and Jacob, before separating in 2012 after 30 years together. Despite their split, they have remained close and never officially divorced. DeVito also made waves in the business world, co-founding Jersey Films, the production company behind hits like Pulp Fiction, 1994. By 2025, at 81 years old, he continues to stay active in Hollywood, taking on new film and television projects. Will Sampson as Chief Bromden. Will Sampson was born on September 27, 1933 in Okmulgee, Oklahoma. At 42, he portrayed Chief Bromden in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, 1975, a towering, silent patient who harbored inner strength and became a symbol of freedom in the film. This role marked his transition from a painter and rodeo performer to a professional actor, opening doors for him in The Outlaw Josie Wales, 1976, alongside Clint Eastwood, Orca, 1977, and Poltergeist II, 1886. Standing at 6 feet 7 inches with Creek Native American heritage, Sampson brought a unique presence to the screen, helping to elevate indigenous representation in Hollywood. Beyond his career, Will Sampson's personal life was a story of both talent and tragedy. He had a son, Tim Sampson, from a marriage that remained largely private. Before acting, he worked as an artist and laborer, living a simple life. However, his health deteriorated due to scleroderma, a rare connective tissue disease leading to a high-risk heart-lung transplant. Will Sampson passed away on June 3, 1987, at the age of 53 in Houston, Texas, just weeks after the surgery. Christopher Lloyd as Tabor. Christopher Lloyd was born on October 22, 1938, in Stamford, Connecticut. At 37, he took on the role of Tabor in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, 1975, an irritable, volatile patient who contributed to the film's chaotic asylum atmosphere. This was his feature film debut, launching a remarkable career that included his iconic portrayal of Doc Brown in Back to the Future, 1985 to 1990, a quirky scientist who became a pop culture legend. He continued to make an impact with roles such as Uncle Fester in The Addams Family, 1991, and won 2 Emmy Awards for his eccentric performance in Taxi, 1978 to 1983. Christopher Lloyd's personal life has been uniquely eventful. He has been married 5 times, most recently to Lisa Loiacono in 2016, but has no children. His past marriages, including those with Catherine Boyd and Jane Walker Wood, ended in divorce. By 2025, Christopher Lloyd will be 87 years old, still making occasional appearances in film and television, delighting audiences with his distinctive acting style and enduring career. Sidney Lassick as Chezik. Sidney Lassick was born on July 23, 1922, in Chicago, Illinois. At 53, he portrayed Chezik in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, 1975, an anxious, easily agitated patient who brought a mix of tension and humor to the film. This role became one of his career highlights, followed by his appearance in Brian De Palma's Carrie, 1976, as a memorable teacher, as well as roles in Alligator, 1980, and The Unseen, 1980, which solidified his reputation for playing distinctive and eccentric supporting characters. Later in life, Sidney Lassick faced significant health challenges, particularly diabetes, which led to severe complications. He passed away on April 12, 2003, at the age of 80 in Los Angeles, California. Michael Berryman as Ellis. Michael Berryman was born on September 4, 1948 in Los Angeles, California. At 27, he played Ellis in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, 1975, a patient with a distinctive appearance that contributed to the film's diverse ensemble. His unique look, caused by hypohidrotic ectodermal dysplasia, led to roles in The Hills Have Eyes, 1977, a Wes Craven horror classic, Weird Science, 1985, and Rob Zombie's The Devil's Rejects, 2005, cementing his status as a recognizable figure in horror and science fiction. Beyond his prolific career, Michael Berryman's personal life has been a journey of resilience. Born with a rare condition affecting his hair, nails, and teeth, he turned what many saw as a challenge into an advantage. He later married Patricia Berryman, a supportive relationship that helped him balance life and work. By 2025, Michael Berryman will be 77 years old, continuing to participate in film projects, particularly in horror, demonstrating unwavering passion and serving as an inspiration to those facing health challenges. Scatman Crothers as Turkle. Scatman Crothers was born on May 23, 1910, in Terre Haute, Indiana. At 65, he portrayed Turkle in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, 1975, a warm-hearted night orderly who brought humor to the film's intense atmosphere. This role contributed to his rise to fame, along with playing Louis in Chico and the Man, 1974 to 1978, voicing Scat Cat in Disney's The Aristocats, 1970, and lending his voice to Jazz in The Transformers, 1984 to 1987. He also left a lasting impact as Dick Halloran in Stanley Kubrick's The Shining, 1980, showcasing his versatility across acting, music, and voice work. Like his career, Scatman Crothers' personal life was a testament to longevity and love. He married Helen Sullivan in 1937, and their nearly 50-year marriage brought them one daughter. In his later years, he battled lung cancer, which significantly affected his health. Scatman Crothers passed away on November 22, 1986, at the age of 76, in Van Nuys, California. Louisa Moritz as Rose. Louisa Moritz was born on September 25, 1936, in Havana, Cuba. At 39, she played Rose in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, 1975, a lively and flirtatious character who added a touch of brightness to the film's somber setting. With her radiant smile and playful charm, she made a memorable impression. Her career flourished with roles in Death Race 2000, 1975, where she displayed boldness, The Last American Hero, 1973, alongside Jeff Bridges, and The Joe Namath Show, where she combined humor with her signature allure. Unlike her on-screen personas, Louisa Moritz's personal life was tumultuous. She married Alan Moritz in 1961, but the marriage ended in divorce. In her later years, she faced significant health issues, particularly cardiovascular complications, which took a toll on her well-being. Louisa Moritz passed away on January 4, 2019, at the age of 82, in Los Angeles, California. Peter Brocco as Colonel Matterson. Peter Brocco was born on January 16, 1903, in Reading, Pennsylvania. At 72, he portrayed Colonel Matterson in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, 1975, an elderly, enigmatic patient who added depth to the psychiatric ward's atmosphere with his quiet presence. Beyond this role, he appeared in Stanley Kubrick's Spartacus, 1960, contributing to the grand historical epic, as well as multiple episodes of The Twilight Zone and later The War of the Roses, 1889, alongside Michael Douglas. With over 200 film and television roles, Brocco was a veteran character actor known for his professionalism and subtle artistry. Later in life, he married Lillian Brocco and lived a peaceful life until his passing on December 20, 1992, at the age of 89 in Los Angeles, California. Nathan George as Washington. Nathan George was born on July 27, 1936, in New York City, New York. At 39, he took on the role of Washington in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, 1975, a stern orderly who enforced Nurse Ratched's strict regime with an authoritative demeanor. This role was part of an impressive career that included Serpico, 1973, with Al Pacino, The Taking of Pelham 123, 1974, an intense crime thriller, and Clute, 1971, alongside Jane Fonda, where he brought weight to supporting roles in drama and crime films. Unfortunately, in his later years, he faced a battle with lung cancer, which severely impacted his health and led to his untimely passing. Nathan George died on March 3, 1987, at the age of 50 in New York City, New York. Josip Elic as Bancini. Josip Elic was born on March 10, 1921, in Butte, Montana. At 54, he portrayed Bancini in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, 1975, a weary, vulnerable patient who highlighted the harsh realities and oppression within the psychiatric hospital. With his quiet yet expressive presence, he brought an authentic portrayal of those overlooked by the system. Before this role, he appeared in Pocketful of Miracles, 1961, Frank Capra's lighthearted comedy, as well as episodes of The Twilight Zone, showcasing his versatility, and Dirty Little Billy, 1972, an unconventional Western about Billy the Kid. However, in his later years, he suffered a serious accident, a fall that led to complications he could not overcome. Josip Elic passed away on October 21, 2019, at the age of 98 in River Edge, New Jersey. Philip Roth as Woolsey. Philip Roth was born on July 6, 1930, in Chicago, Illinois. At 45, he played Woolsey in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, 1975, a quiet patient who subtly contributed to the overall picture of the psychiatric hospital with his understated yet notable presence. Beyond this role, he appeared in What's Up, Doc? 1972, a comedy directed by Peter Bogdanovich starring Barbra Streisand, Bloom in Love, 1973, by Paul Mazursky, and Catch-22, 1970, the film adaptation of Joseph Heller's novel, where he brought a refined touch to supporting roles in thought-provoking and humorous films. Sadly, Philip Roth passed away on February 6, 1998, at the age of 67 in Los Angeles, California. Nearly 5 decades later, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest remains a powerful and unforgettable classic, with its cast leaving a lasting mark on Hollywood. While some have passed on and others have stepped away from the spotlight, their contributions continue to be celebrated. What are your thoughts on this legendary film and its incredible cast? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more updates. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video. Goodbye.